Hi there, AJ here. Thank you very much for watching for again a new training video today about what we call in my book pairing. How can you build up the relationship with a completely stranger into an absolute raving fan and everything in between? How do you pair yourself with your client and turn them into really happy clients so that they will provide you more leads? If you have that, then you are a brand and you have a sustainable business model. For those who don't know me, my name is Anne Johan Willemsen. I am an executive coach for 16 years with my company called Top Mind. And I very recently actually also have decided to work for and with my fellow coaches to help them grow. And not so much as a coach, but more as a business owner. So help them grow their businesses, because I see, as I did for myself for a long time, that lots of coaches struggle there. And I found out a way, pretty easy actually, not too difficult, to make yourself a better living out of coaching. So that's the purpose for today. For those who are interested to learn more, not just from this video, but also from the material that I've made with this video, let me know, then I will send you an instruction guide or a workbook so you can apply everything that you learned today into your own business. Very easy, very well worked out workbook, so you can use that for your own benefit. So if you want that, just mention the word pair in the comment box below and we will make sure that you get the workbook sent to you. All right, the objective for today is how can you turn strangers into raving fans on autopilot without having to sell yourself all the time, because that's awkward. Selling yourself in coaching is not credible. We are the product, so selling the product, being yourself, is not very credible, it's not effective, is awkward, doesn't feel comfortable. So stop selling yourself and have your client sell themselves to you, and how I will explain today. So that's the objective for today. There are three ways that we discussed in the past, or three problems that I discussed in the past about what's holding coaches back in their businesses. That's interesting to just very briefly, or tell you very briefly. The first problem that holds coaches back is what we call complexity. Complexity in the delivery of our services. We make it very difficult, complex, time-consuming, and that's an energy drainer if we do that. We have to make it very simple for our clients, very simple, but also for ourselves, very simple. That's the first thing. We've discussed that in the past. I will discuss that in the future as well in other videos, not today. The second problem was income volatility. Our incomes goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It's very unstable. And that's problem that gives ourselves stress, that you don't want to have money on your mind. You want to have a more stable income. So that's the other thing that we have discussed in the book. And the third problem, and that's the problem we're going to discuss today, is what we call sloppy sales. We're not very good at sales. People don't like it. Coaches don't like it very much. And one of the reasons is that we have to sell ourselves, which is not a very easy thing to do. But we're also not very well educated in doing sales. And we like the coaching offer much more than the whole commercial part. But unfortunately, that is important too, to make a good business. So we have to make our sloppy sales, turn that into what I call effortless sales. That's where we are going to talk about today. We call it effortless automated sales process. Yeah, that's the thing for today. How? Three ways. First, and I'm going to explain them one by one in more detail. The first thing is have what I call a fitting call at the beginning of the whole relationship. So just after you have met a stranger, you got to know him or her, and then you need to kind of implement what I call a 15-minute fitting call, or a colleague of mine calls it the triage call. Assessing if there is a fit talk about that later. The second thing is you have to break up the whole coaching journey from a stranger again to a raving fan into 9 different steps. I'm going to explain to you which these 9 steps are very quickly, and you can read more of it in the workbook that you can get if you want. But that's the second one. So deliberately manage the 9 steps in between or on the whole journey in the coaching relationship. The third one is what we call stay connected. All my emails I finish with stay connected. That is just to emphasize, reinforce the essence of staying connected with your clients. Meeting our clients every 3 or 4 weeks, once for an hour, often on Zoom or Teams, is not enough to establish a strong enough coaching relationship. I can tell you, you need more than that. And that's where we're going to talk about in the third point. Let me see. I will go to the workbook and I will show you a few things about the 3 problems or the 3 solutions that I place here. In the first place, the fitting call. The fitting call is a triage call, a call where you assess the relationship or the potential of the relationship with your potential client. So you want to see if there is a match. Before you're going to invest a lot of other time into him or her, you want to see if there's a match. That's one thing. The second thing you want to do in this call is to change roles. Instead of you selling yourself to your client, you want your client first to sell him or her to you. If you ask specific questions, as I've described in this little workbook, you turn the roles and you will kind of put your clients a little bit in the position to really think about why he or she wants to work with the coach, what he or she already has done, and what he or she thinks he needs to get to his goal or to find the answer on his coaching question. So that's to turn the roles is an interesting one. It enables you not having to sell yourself, and it enables you to really see if the client is a good fit and if you have enough reason and potential to start working together. So that's the fitting goal. Yeah. The second one is what I call the 9-step journey. Let me see. I have worked that out into the workbook. Let me see if I can hear it here. Yeah. Where it is. Yeah, here it is. So you see here a little circle, and the circle starts at the bottom. And the circle consists of 9 different steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks very complicated. Actually, it's very simple. I'm going to explain you exactly what it is about. The first 3 steps is what we call generating traffic or generating leads. That's the leads phase. The second phase is what we call the customers phase. So how can we turn leads into customers and make customers buy from you? That's the second phase. And the third phase is what we call branding, or how can you make your clients so happy that they will provide you new leads. So the circle is round and it's kind of an iterating system and sustainable model. Yeah. So that's the 3 phases, and it consists of 9 different steps. I'm going to explain to you the various steps. You can see it here. It's based on a model that is made by Digital Marketer, very, very, very good marketing company, marketing agency, and they have built up these things in 8 different steps, and I've made them 9 different steps, but the essence is the same. It all starts with what we call awareness. We have to find a way to make strangers aware of you. That's the first step. You can do that with ads, you can do that with posts on LinkedIn, you can do that with SOE, sales optimization, SEO, all kind of ways to get awareness. Then you want to start a conversation with your client. Yeah, it's not just getting them aware, you want to conversate with them, you want to talk to them, you want to have them engaged. That's the second step. Then the third step is you want them to allow you to communicate with them on your terms, so when you want. So there you want them to leave their email address, their phone number maybe, their name, their etc. So you can communicate with them. That's the third step. That's the first stage, what we call the stage of getting leads. And then you have the second stage, which is the stage of getting customers. And you want to turn them into customers. You want to convert them. Once you have converted them, you can excite them. You want to really give so much value. You want to surprise them in a positive way so much that they will decide to buy more of you. That you want to upsell more things. You want to upsell a more expensive program or a longer program, or you want to whatever you want to do, really stay in business with them for a longer time or with more valuable products. And then finally, if they are so happy, then you will be able to ask them for a referral. So they will leave a testimonial, whatever. And if you are lucky and they are really happy, they are raving fans, then you don't have to ask them anything anymore, because they will tell your name to others. That's how it works with people who are clients who are really, really happy. You don't have to ask them. They will do it anyway. So that's the whole journey. And without going into much more detail on this, you need to manage these different steps and think about what you do and what you have in place to get them through this journey. And we coaches, we tend to go too fast in the beginning. We're very pushy and hasty with giving our proposal and telling our prices and in the beginning. And that's then the reason why we don't convert so many clients as we want and as we can. We go too fast in the beginning and we go too slow at the end. And we stop contacting our clients once the coaching program is over. We don't do anything anymore. And that's not a very smart thing to do. You need to go slower in the beginning, and we need to go faster at the end, or at least stay in contact. Yeah, because that's the third point I want to discuss with you. We coaches, a lot of our coaches and my colleagues, they have once every 3-4 weeks have a coaching session of about an hour, 1.5 hours, which is not enough to really establish a good coaching relationship. It might be enough if you ask the client, but in reality, it's not enough to really add so much value that you really want to your client. So it is interesting, as a third point, to stay connected also in between the coaching sessions. That's the third way of turning customers into really happy customers, is even in between the coaching sessions you have with your clients, stay in touch. You can do that with emails, you can do that with WhatsApps, you can do that with an app that I have built myself. I don't know where it is. I have an app built that you can use as well, actually. And that enables you to stay in touch with your clients on a daily basis. Or you can choose to do it on a weekly basis, or you can do whatever, but make sure that you stay connected throughout the coaching journey. Also, when the coaching relationship or the coaching program comes to an end, it is very interesting to stay connected with your clients, because they might come back and it might activate them to come up with other leads for you. So these are the 3 things that I would recommend you to do to get more leads, turn leads into customers, and to turn customers into happy fans of you. To do that, if you want to read more, you can download the workbook. Just let me know and say Per in the comment box below, and we'll let you know. And if you want to have more of my help, then I'm happy to give you that. If you make up to 15,000 maximum, then it is good to do a short session together to see how I can help, because there are lots of things you can do, from reading my book to a small, short online training or other tools that we have, so we can do a 15-minute call together to see how I can help best. If you do more than 15,000 a month, then you're well developed already to do to make a 7P commercial plan together. So I'm happy to do that in a 45 minutes. We can make a well worked out commercial plan together, and you can sign up in the link that I attached to this video below. So one of these two might be interesting for you. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it was of value in any way, any form. Let me know if you want to have the workbook, and hope to see you next time soon. Thank you very much. Bye.